Good morning, everybody, from a slightly cloudy morning, but the sun wants to pop out, and I think it's going to be a beautiful day today, which is great because I've got more olive picking in my future, but we've finished the first round. So olive season is a really busy time of year. We basically have to try to find some sunny days to pick the trees so we're not completely miserable, because it's not the kind of thing you want to do in the rain. So we've done that, and we finished our first round of picking, but because we have so many olives, we're going to go back for more. But my point is that it's a busy time and the videos are a little slow to come out at the moment. And this one is actually packed with a whole bunch of different things. I don't even really remember what's in here. A visit down to Sinead's to help her with her project, lots of olive picking, some land clearing, and a pot was harmed in the making of this video, and you'll figure out why that was as you continue to watch. So I hope you like this one. If you do, please give the video a like. It really helps the channel. And share it around if you can. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. So let's get into the video. I hope you enjoy it. And I'll see you again at the end. Hi everybody from Sancha's cabin. It's a lovely day. It's cloudy, but the rain has managed to hold off. And that's good news because it has been chucking it down for the past few days, and that's meant that I haven't been able to come down and work on the land at Sancha's place as intended, because my plan was to work at her place and check in on the building progress with her and Lee to give you an up-to-date, as it happens, account of all of the work they're doing on the cabin. However, I've been busy with other things and hiding from the rain. So instead of giving you a play-by-play, I've got the keys, and we're going to go in and take a look at what they've done, because they left yesterday, and it was a quick trip, and they did a lot. So I forgot the flashlight, so it might be a little dark in there, but hopefully it's not so bad. So cozy. So she's got some rugs. They bought a couch, which is super comfortable and just, I think, ties the whole place together. And the main thing that they did was basically fixing the floor. Underneath here was complete and total chaos, and they've replaced it with OSB that they varnished, and they've also insulated it underneath with cork. And then another big thing was the fire. So I don't know what it is about flue pipes in Portugal, but they advise that you put it on in a way that allows creosote to sort of sneak through. And so everyone that I know has basically flipped it on upside down, and that works better. So at the moment, Sancha's stove is the Portuguese way, with the flue pipes in the opposite direction, and we're hoping that with a little bit of this tape, it'll be fine. So I've come down here with the tool of joy on a stick, the regular tool of joy, and a whole bunch of stuff that I can use to make a fire at Sancha's, just to test it out, including the mini flamethrower. So let's get a fire going and see what this does. So I love the winter in Portugal. I love making fires now that I've actually got all of my fire stuff sorted out. I feel like I'm ready for it. Sancha has a nice supply of pine that she harvested a couple years ago, so it should be really quite seasoned. But to get the fire going, I always start with a little nest of pine needles. And then I've got a pine cone as a fire starter. And then I've got some bits of fig as kindling that I'll make into a little teepee around that whole thing. I haven't actually lit the fire at my place yet, so this will be the first fire of the winter, and I'll probably get mine going tonight or tomorrow night because it looks like the weather's changing a bit. I feel like these dried fig prunings from last year, or maybe even 2 years ago, are really amazing at getting things going. And then I also brought down a couple of small pieces of oak just to chuck on when things start to fire up. And she's got this metal grate here that's going to give some nice airflow underneath. My fire doesn't have that, so I'm wondering if it'll start even more easily than mine does. And then I've got some water beside the fire just in case everything goes haywire and I have to put this thing out. And then, of course, I have the flamethrower that just makes everything a lot easier. So I'm excited. I love the changing of the seasons. true the winter is wet and can get a little bit miserable when it rains too much, but it's just lovely to see everything come alive and be green and just, yeah, it's just a really, really nice time of year. And the winter also means that the summer is far away. The summer is my least favorite time of the year in Portugal because it's just horrible. So that's a long way away, and yeah, I always embrace the colder weather when it comes. So this is looking okay. Let's give it a light and hope everything goes as planned. So one thing I wasn't so sure about was the draw of the flue, because the pipe on the outside is actually quite short, and I have heard that it should extend quite a bit above the roof to have a good draw. But the fire looks like it's burning nicely, and I'm going to open the door and see if the smoke is inclined to come into the house or not, because that could be one of the problems. So yeah, some smoke did come in, but for the most part it seems like it's going up the flue and the draw is really, really good. So I'd say this is a very, very successful first fire of the winter. I'm just gonna close this, let this burn out, and yeah, I'm very happy with that. Actually, I thought I'd come past and check out what's happening out here. Lovely. Smoke is leaving as it should, and I do feel like oftentimes these are a little bit higher, but it seems to be working okay. And one thing I wanted to point out about out here, for any of you wood stove nerds out there, I'm sure there's some of you, this outside portion is actually insulated, and though they're super expensive compared to the non-insulated pipes, it makes a massive difference for how often you have to clean your flue pipe, because this basically stops any condensation happening when you go from a temperature change from the inside to the outside, and it means that your flue is unlikely to get gummed up as much. So I'm happy with that. Easy fire to start. It's all going well, and it's time to get to work. As you can see, the olives are still on the trees, and that's because the weather has not been cooperating. We were hoping to start last week, but we've delayed it to start in a few days. And so that means I've got quite a few olive trees still to clear around the bases in order to be able to get the nets down. So I've got a bit of work ahead of me at Sanchez to do. And yeah, I'm looking forward to tackling some of these absolutely monstrous trees, because there seem to be lots of olives on them. And being able to get nets in is key to being able to harvest all of these beautiful, beautiful olives. And so I think the best place to start is over at this tree, because it's completely loaded and completely overgrown, and then I'll move on to that one afterwards. So I've got a tool of joy on a stick, which I don't think I'll need for this tree, but I'll probably need to tackle that because that is a monster. There's a grapevine going way up into the top, and I think I can get this job done with the miniature tool of joy. And for anybody out there that was thinking about buying one of these things, I recently added a 15% off discount code. I'll put it in the description below in this video, and I also added it to the previous video where I give a little review of the tool. So I've already reviewed it. I love it. I won't go into detail. I'm just gonna get into the work, and if you want to see this thing in action, you can check out the video that I did up there, and it shows the true wonderfulness of what I call the tool of joy by KebTech. So enough of that, let's liberate some trees. I love working with this thing. And so rather than show you even more land clearing than I've already shown you, I'm just gonna crack on with this. So here's how it looks now. And here's how it looks after about 2 hours of work. I can walk around that tree, therefore I can get a net under it. I've cleared around the base of this tree, even though these olives are looking a little bit straggly. That tree has been cleared of a few things. This one was completely overrun, so I've cleared that, including trimming some of the back stuff away there. And this tree, it's still got some grapevines stuck up there, which might need a ladder to remove. And it's got this annoying compost bin or something in the way of the nets. But I did manage to clear around the tree, cutting away the neighbor's fig tree a little bit and discovering a little stream. So it's kind of muddy in here. It's going to be very treacherous working to try to get at the olives, but it's going to be a lot better than it was. I also have to be aware that there's lots of little grapevine tripping hazards around the place, so it could be a bit treacherous when we finally get to work down here. But I think the olives are looking really good, and we're coming for you soon. So that was about 2 hours of work clearing the land, and I seem to be covered in all these little seeds. I don't know what they are. They're all over my gloves, all over my trousers, but I have liberated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 olive trees, and it's just gonna make picking them so much easier. So I think that was a pretty good session down here. I'm a little bored with the clearing work. It's getting a bit stabby as I uncover some brambles, and so I think what I'll do is give a small amount of attention to my area around the well and go investigate my orange tree, which has been completely overgrown with grapevines and possibly brambles. So that seems like a little challenge that I'm up for. And yeah, it's a beautiful day still, so I feel like I've got another hour or so of work in me. And I also feel like the oranges could be ready for juicing. It really is another lovely day. I'm pretty sure rain was forecast, and that's why we're not picking the olives today. But if there's one thing I've learned about living here, it's never trust the weather forecast. And hopefully we'll be able to start picking in a couple days. So this is what I've done in about 2 hours of working, clearing scrub. I've got a nice big pile of stuff either to shred or burn. And yeah, the sun is shining. It's a gorgeous day. And I think I'll head up to mine for a bit more work. Okay, so I have some very nice oranges on this tree, some very nasty looking brambles engulfing the tree, and some grapevines trying to get in on the action as well. So my goal right now, liberate this sad orange tree from the grapes, the brambles, and then pick some oranges to try in some juice later on. So I put on 2 layers of gloves to deal with what looks like some seriously fierce brambles. And yeah, I guess just little by little, hopefully, I can free the tree. So yeah, it's crazy in here, but one thing about dealing with craziness is that when it's gone, you really see a huge difference. And I guess my goal for this evening is to actually be able to walk around my orange tree, which could be a bit ambitious considering it's pretty late already. Ow! And considering the brambles have ideas of their own. But I think I can get it done. I'm feeling good. Ah! Ouch. Maybe I spoke too soon, who knows. Anyway, I definitely have a lot of stuff to get through, so this is where we're at now. I'm getting caught in the brambles on the ground. There's a lot of stuff to clear behind and that way, and this is how the tree looks right now. And then you'll see me again very soon when I've cleared everything away. Okay, here's where I got to. You can sort of walk around the outside of the orange tree. I've cleared some stuff from here. But I gave up because this is brutal and these things, they are fighting back. But I did manage to clear a little path underneath, and I'm gonna regroup and come back and tackle the rest another time because, as you can possibly see, it's a lovely evening. It's getting a little late, and I really don't feel like being stabbed by brambles anymore, so I'm gonna call it quits. Oh, hello. Hi, Larry. How's it going? He doesn't usually come this far. How you doing? Sinead's just over there. And Mikey always comes down to visit Sinead, but Larry, he's more of a homebody. So I'm done for the day. I'm giving up. I even think I managed to get whipped in the face with a small bramble, so I don't know if that actually scratched me or not. But it's very, very unpleasant in there, and I managed to accumulate a big pile of stuff that I'll take up to my burn pile tomorrow. And then I'm gonna pick a couple oranges and I'm gonna juice those tomorrow for the very first juice of the season. So that's exciting. Most of the oranges seem like they're not ready, but I see a couple that could be ready to go. Actually, these two that have fallen to the ground, they look pretty good. So I might as well take these two, and I think this one's looking pretty good as well. So gonna get the juicer out tomorrow. Looking forward to that. But right now, gonna hang out with the cats and enjoy this lovely evening. And I'll see you again tomorrow for, I don't know what yet, but hopefully something fun and something a little less brutal, like the brambles. Hi everybody from a new day. It's a little bit gloomy out here, but the temperature's good, and I'm looking forward to diving into some work. However, today I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna go down and help Sinead on her bathroom. She's really anxious to get some walls onto her kitchen and bathroom areas, and I can help her out by sanding some pieces, possibly getting some stained, and helping her finally assemble the walls. Our weekly work group thing is put on hold because olives are happening, and that just makes everything a bit more chaotic. So we're focused on the olives. Whenever they start, we're hoping in a couple days, rain willing, and in the meantime, I can head down and help Sinead out on her project. This morning has been a bit busy. I ended up harvesting a whole other bowl of jalapenos. The harvest has been amazing this year, and there's still loads of other different types of chilies down there. And I turned some of them into something called cowboy candy, which I've never made before. It's kind of a sweet jalapeno snack made with loads of sugar and some spices. And I also got another round of the green pineapple jalapeno hot sauce on the go as well, because that was a hit and I'm a big fan of that. So I'm trying to use up the remaining jalapenos, and then I'll figure out something to do with the other chilies as well. But right now it's all about helping Sinead push forward with her project. So I've got my dust mask, I've got my gloves, and I'm gonna go down to her place and get to work on the sander. Hello little olives. These two trees are packed, and I'm definitely looking forward to picking those. I also forgot to make orange juice this morning. I guess I was totally focused on jalapenos, and I can hear Sinead standing in the distance, so I'm very curious to see how her progress has been. Hello.
Hello.
This is lovely.
Creeping down.
Yeah, just creeping up behind you. Very nice.
Yeah, I got some nice windows from my wonderful neighbour.
And where are these windows going?
Into my bathroom. Now that I'm out of my hole and getting back into my bathroom.
You have been working on a lot of stuff down here. I feel like this has been the Sinead channel for the past few videos.
The winter is coming and one needs to wash themselves in the comfort of a sealed building.
Yes.
So yeah, I've got windows for my bathroom, and that's what I'm doing. I'm hoping to get these in this week.
And then these, my job is to sand these guys.
You're so good at it.
I am really good at it.
You're so good at it.
I am really good at it. I would like to use the angle grinder though. This is an amazing sander.
Yeah, please blast.
Okay, cool.
Blast through. I have a load of prepared stuff. I stained them up the other day.
All right.
So they're ready to go on the wall.
So we've got this stuff ready to go, and then we've got these beautiful walls.
Yeah.
Over here. And then the window is gonna go right there.
Yeah. So this isn't cut to length. I'm gonna measure it all up, and then I'll probably be cutting off probably about that much.
All right, sounds good. So,
The window will go in here with a view.
all right, let's go.
Bam.
Okay, I've been down at it for maybe about an hour and a half. I've made some decent progress, but it's time to call it quits for the day because Sinead has a meeting very soon. And we're gonna have a cup of tea before I head back up to my place to start work on, I think, some kitchen shelves. But before I do, there was a slight mishap. Unfortunately, this old window just knocked the corner of the table and broke. So Sinead's gone from having two beautifully sanded, ready to go windows to having to redo another one at the last minute. So that's discouraging, but these things happen.
Such is life.
Such is life.
Such is life.
And I feel like that's a fine time for a cup of tea. So we've got our tea here, and Sinead has just busted out some chili hot sauce that she's made. It looks extremely ferocious.
This is gonna be really good for your gut. This is fermented.
Okay.
Try.
You go first.
Oh.
You go first.
No, I know what it tastes like. It's delicious.
Is it gonna blow my head off?
Delicious.
All right, I'll have a go. Is this too much?
No.
Straight in there?
Let's go straight in.
Mmm. It does have that fermented zing.
It does, doesn't it?
Not too hot. What's in here?
There is chilies, garlic, ginger, carrot.
Carrots.
Carrot.
Well, I'll put the recipe below because this...
The recipe? That's an assumption.
Well, I'll put some ingredients together in some sort of recipe format below because this is really tasty. Anyway, enough of that. Time for tea? Cheers. It's that time of year again. Who's excited for olives?
Yay!
I said who's excited for olives?
Everybody's stoked.
Here we go. Olive picking season is one of my favorite times of the year. It usually happens early November to mid-November, and the main thing is trying to get a few days of sunshiny weather because being up in an olive tree when all the leaves are wet or when it's raining outside is very unenjoyable. But picking olives in the sunshine on a nice warm day is really fantastic, and it's made even better because we team up with some friends and we put all of our olives in together, and it's just a lovely social occasion while getting some good work in, being outside in the fresh air, doing lots of physical activity, chatting with friends, and then in the end, we get some lovely olive oil from our own olives, which I think is one of the most amazing parts about living here. In previous years, we would roam around to each other's lands, picking all together, but this year we had loads more olives at Sancha's than we expected. Sinead's trees were loaded and my trees are looking pretty good as well. So it looks like we'll probably pick at my place, and then our friends Bex and Elle will focus on their place on their own when we get another sunny day this weekend. So it's worked well in the past, and we're all really eager and excited to get on with the pick this year, and we're hoping for a good haul. The trees look really good, the weather looks good, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's pear champagne time.
Pear champagne.
I'm very scared to open this bottle actually. I could happily live in my water mine, but opening this bottle actually kind of terrifies me.
Very scared.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Oh god. That was a good one, right?
Oh.
Oh, look at how brave you are. Amazing.
Oh.
It's because it's been made so well.
Yeah.
Didn't explode.
Let's taste it first. It
Yeah.
has been in the fridge, which I think like stops the fermenting
It
process.
does. Yes. Yeah,
Rumor
it does,
has it. It's not like I actually followed a recipe or anything like that.
I think it was a bit of a...
There's some recipe
yeah.
fun.
Some pop.
Now, please come back for more. I don't want to overfill in case.
No, this
It
is
tastes
is
like...
quite-
tastes like
It
shit.
tastes
Did you?
like shit. I'm sure it tastes great.
Salud.
To a good day, olive
Good
picking.
day,
Amazing
olive
day.
picking.
Cheers. Smells like...
That's nice.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
It's
It's good. It's not
Is
very,
it
it's not too
boozy?
sweet.
It's quite delicious.
I don't know if it's boozy.
Guess we'll find out.
You'd have to drink like the whole bottle to find out. I
Challenge
suppose,
accepted.
I really like it. It's a shame we didn't make more.
Success?
Perry,
Perry success.
Perry nice?
Yeah.
Perry good. In your face.
Perry delicious.
Great.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
It is. I'm not surprised.
I like it.
Day 2 of olive picking unfortunately started with trying to solve some car problems. My car died on a track, the battery just completely gave out, and though we managed to get it home, the battery is dead again. And Bex and I have a little gizmo that allows us to charge the battery off of the mains, so we did that. Unfortunately, it seems like the battery or the alternator could be screwed, so we'll have to figure that out, but that's a problem for another day. It's time to dive back into olive picking, and we were all really encouraged from the first day of picking and excited to get back into it. Good day? 6
Very
buckets?
good day.
You called it.
6 buckets. I called it this morning.
Yeah,
You know,
I was thinking 5 was
don't
going to
want
be
to
a
brag.
push.
I know. No one else.
Do you know, Elle's very good at calling buckets.
She is?
No, she's a bucket
No one else.
expert.
bucket
None of you
expert.
lot backed us for 6 buckets.
No.
I had us all the way.
We worked our little socks
If
off
you need
today.
bucket
Well done,
information.
guys. Well
We
done.
did.
Well
Yeah.
done to us.
Day 2 of olive picking was cut short at lunch, and that's because we went into Fundao to join in a protest objecting to a massive solar farm. The project is called Sophia, and I'm not against solar. I feel like renewables are the way forward, but the way this massive project has been conducted so far has been pretty sketchy. There hasn't been any community engagement. I don't believe there's been any independent environmental assessment. And it's just going to completely wipe out a large portion of beautiful countryside fairly close to me. It's not going to affect me as directly as some friends, but it's still going to be a blight on what is really, really beautiful spaces. And I cannot for the life of me figure out why we don't put solar panels in already destroyed areas like factory areas, over motorways, over parking lots. I can't believe the only reason is just it's more expensive, but perhaps it is. If anyone out there knows about solar stuff and these types of installations, I'm really curious to know, because the devastation that these things cause, it's pretty amazing. Raising the temperatures of the land, wiping out obviously all of the hillside, the nature that goes along with that. It's really horrible looking, and I don't want to be a NIMBY, a not in my backyard type person. I think these things are important, but it is very sketchy how this has gone through, and I think the community is really up in arms about it. So I'll keep you posted on it. If anyone is interested in this type of thing, please check the links below where I've got some more information. And there's a petition that you can sign, and you don't have to be a resident. So if you have an extra 5 minutes, that would be really helpful for all of us here. As I said, I'm not anti-solar, and they do need to go somewhere, but the scale of this one is enormous, and the lack of engagement with the local community has been really suspicious and unusual. So everybody's up in arms. That's how I destroyed my pot. We were banging our little hearts out, and it was a really encouraging day to see everybody out together supporting this cause. Who's ready for day 3 of picking? I'm gonna help too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just doing a token olive.
Just a token olive. Yeah, there's 3. So Sinead is working on this lovely, lovely tree.
It's actually my favorite tree. It's my favorite tree.
How did it come to be this way, I wonder?
Beautiful
She's a
tree.
survivor. She's gonna make
I thought she was meant to be
it.
making us a curry.
I like that you're also working in amongst... No, here. This is for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Ready?
You've earned it.
Down
You've earned it.
Looks good, eh? It's red curry that looks green.
Oh, I love a red curry. Looks good. You put some salt in?
No, not in there.
Oh, and the rice. Okay, I've got a green red curry. Kind of a brown curry. Who doesn't love a brown curry? Ooh, rice quinoa combo. We've got some tortilla snacks on the way.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks very much.
Not a bother.
Okay, guys, after 2.5 days of picking, what's the guess for how
I
many
reckon
kilos we have?
726.
Oh, it's familiar from...
I don't know where I got that number from.
How about yourself?
Oh,
Your good self?
I'm gonna say 698.
Oh, all right. And how about you?
We're going 750.
Wow, that's ambitious. Ambitious.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say 703.
I think you guys have a sneaky bucket somewhere, and that's why you're going for a high amount.
What does Jeremy think?
Jeremy,
I
the
have no
guest
idea.
picker for the day. What's your guess?
Yeah, 737.
Okay, caught it here on film. I don't know what the prize is.
A day picking olives with us.
Yay!
Winner, winner.
Okay, cool. All right, so this is round 1 of 2 picks, but I feel like,
Yeah, this is the big one.
yeah, this is the big one.
The
It's the
big
big
one.
one. So good job, everybody.
Yes.
Go team! Go team! So I'm gonna wrap the video up there. It's been a really busy time. Olive season is so much fun when you get lovely weather, and so far we've been pretty lucky. I've got another day of picking ahead of me, and then we'll see how much more we can add to our haul, which was a great haul. We ended up with 737 kilos of olives, which is amazing given that we're a person down from last year, and I think we only picked for 2.5 days so far, and last year we did 3.5, so that's amazing. It's very encouraging, and we're starting round 2 of picking today. The girls are on their way now, and I'm gonna head down and we're gonna pick my land. So it's been a bit of time between videos, and it might be a little while until the next one as well, because there's only so much land clearing and olive picking I can show you, and that's what I've got in my future for the next few days at least. So there's a lot going on. The car is getting looked at today by a mechanic friend, so I'll report back on that. I'm hoping it's just a battery and nothing more serious. And any information that you might want to know about the protest stuff is down in the description below. There's a petition, and it's all in Portuguese, but I'm going to include a video that gives instructions. So anybody out there that wants to help sign the petition, you can do that. You don't need to be a resident in Portugal, and it only takes about 5 minutes or so. So that would be much appreciated, and all the details are below. Okay, enough of that. That's all for me from this video. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one.